My name is Karen Saginor. I'm the Academic Senate President at City College of San Francisco. As Jonathan Light of the Faculty Association of California Community Colleges pointed out, the Community Colleges Board of Governors passed these recommendations over the considerable objection of the very parties needed to implement it. Those of us who are on the ground in the community colleges every day see that this plan will bring unintended but very predictable consequences that are not what we want. The intent is to promote success, but the actual result of the recommendations as written will be to shut many students out from the education that they need. Faculty and students from colleges across California will continue to oppose putting into place practices that will bring very different consequences from what is announced in the preference. One example you've already talked about today, the BOG fee waiver. One of the things you notice with that is that for taking courses beyond the unit cap, all students will lose registration priority, but the in-state students who can afford to pay the fee will be able to continue to enroll at their space, and they will be subsidized, right? They will pay their fee, the state pays the rest. But for the BOG, the students who now are too poor to pay the fees so that they get BOG fee waivers, they won't be able to enroll at all. They won't be subsidized. They will be shut out because they can't pay the fee and they can't get the fee waiver. There are lots of other recommendations in here that have unintended consequences. One of my colleagues sent a 9-page document of unintended consequences into the feedback, and basically we felt that much of what we have brought up has not been listened to. I was very, very encouraged today that in this room I find people who want to figure out what will actually result. We know what we would like to have happen as a result of these things, but what will actually happen as a result of these recommendations. You will, of course, then be hearing from me, and you'll be hearing from lots of my colleagues on that subject. Thank you very much.
Could I just ask a clarifying question?
Absolutely. Sure.
Just a factual one. You said that if a person gets the BOG fee waiver, does not, and they're above the unit count, they lose their place basically in line. And someone who doesn't get the fee waiver but pays the actual cost and has the same amount of units, that person does not lose their place in line. I didn't understand when I read that.
Can I respond to the question?
Yes, I'm asking you, ma'am.
Good. So there's two recommendations in this. I'm talking about the way these two interact with each other. One says that you lose priority. Everybody loses priority, so you don't get to be first in line to enroll. But the thing about, well, can you enroll from the back of the line, right? If you're paying the fees, you continue to be an in-state student. At one point they said there was a suggestion that you would pay the total cost, but that was taken out. So you continue to pay your $36 right now, or $46 per unit will be in summer. The state pays the rest, you can get in. But the BOG fee waiver student, right, the reason they're getting BOG fee waivers is because they can't afford the $36. They can't afford the $46. So if you say to those students, sure, you can continue to enroll, but we're not going to give you the fee waiver. We're not going to cover that $36, $46 that you can't pay. Too bad. We're not going to give you the fee waiver. So then how can they enroll? Because they no longer have the fee waiver.
I think I understand what you mean. That you mean the practical application. That you don't think that, you're not saying that there's a different rule for one from the other. It's just simply the practical issue that the person may not be able to go there because they can't afford it.
Yes, it comes to being a different rule for one than for another. If you're saying you can't get what you need to enroll, then you're basically saying we're pushing you out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.